This is Frank Fantini. We're here with Dermot Smurfit, who is the CEO of GAN, a company formerly known as Game Account. And before we begin asking questions of Dermot, I would like to take time to thank Dermot and GAN for being the sponsors of our interactive section in our blog here at G2E. The content that we put on has been very successful, very well received, but it comes at a cost, and so we very much appreciate our sponsors who help us defray that cost, and thanks again, Dermot. And Dermot, your company has undergone a tremendous amount of change in a fairly recent past. You yourself have moved from the UK to the United States. You have rebranded as GAN. You have gained considerable traction with your, I guess you might call it your flagship product now in simulated gaming. So if you can describe to us, say maybe first your company, the products and services that you provide, how large you are, and then maybe a little bit as to some of the new products that you're emphasizing as you go forward.
Of course, thank you, Frank, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the GAN story with you here today. GAN is principally an enterprise software provider focused here on the United States market, but of course we have a long and storied heritage in Europe, where we have a significant and fast-growing content distribution business, where we bring online content from a lot of the major manufacturers into Italy's regulated internet gaming market. And that's a very successful business unit of ours in Europe, and it continues to grow rapidly. However, for the last 5 years, we've been very focused on the United States. And that culminated with my own personal move right here to Las Vegas, the epicenter of the whole industry. And here in the United States, we have two opportunities. And we were given the mandate by our investors in our November 2013 IPO in London to explore what may or may not be the correct business model for US casinos to move online equipped with. So we perceive ourselves to be a technology business first and foremost. We're entirely B2B today, so we're a pure business-to-business service. We won't compete with our clients in any context. And we approach land-based casinos and invite them to consider the merits of simulated gaming, which is a complicated construct that allows the land-based casinos to tap into the fast-growing social casino market, which is centered, of course, around United States residents. And of course, we also offer US casinos the opportunity to adopt our enterprise solution for real money regulated gaming, which is today for us centered around the New Jersey market, which, as you know, is currently a fast growing market, slowly approaching some of the expectations that were set back in 2013 and 2014. Real money internet gaming, we believe, is here to stay in the United States, and over time, perhaps longer than anybody initially forecast, over time, regulation of real money internet gaming is expected to continue. GAN is today a leading market platform provider for real money regulated gaming, and we continue to see new clients adopt our platform in key regulated markets. So really, we invite US casinos to choose between simulated gaming or regulated gaming if their local laws permit, and in certain circumstances, a US casino might be minded to launch both real money regulated gaming and simulated gaming reliant upon the GAN enterprise system. However, we're not just a technology service provider, and over the last 2 years, we've built a compelling digital marketing agency inside London with one foot in our newly opened Seattle office, and the bulk of the team situated in London, which provides digital marketing services as an ancillary professional service to US casinos who launch either regulated gaming or simulated gaming. The reason being, most US land-based casinos typically have relatively modest digital marketing capabilities today. And of course, delivering a social casino product, which we brand simulated gaming, integrated with the core loyalty program of a US casino, which gives them a competitive advantage online and makes them very relevant to their own patrons, does require marketing support and marketing capital. The casinos provide the capital, we provide the marketing support and expertise, in addition to the technology. I hope that helps.
Marketing is one of the, when people think about internet gaming, they think about, wow, you know, you're going to have huge profit margins because there's no expense. But in fact, marketing is a very big component of the success of internet gaming. How does GAN service differ from other people who provide marketing for online gaming?
So we are super focused on delivering very high quality cross-sell conversion marketing to an existing casino patron database. So that takes form in many different ways. You have field marketing for on-property marketing support, whether that's signage on property or certain specialist kiosks where people can sign up online as well as for their player's card. But in addition to that, digital user acquisition marketing, which is an extremely complicated, fast-moving, dynamic environment, is one of our key skill sets that we provide to our US casino operators. So our US casinos can, in collaboration with GAN, decide where and how aggressively they wish to target the digital domain and cross-sell to their existing patrons. And it's a unique incremental capability of GAN that we can not only support the US casino by delivering them the complicated technology required to tap into the social casino market, but we can also collaborate with them to identify where they would like to build their social casino business through targeting perhaps gaming regions that their brand is already known in, and also gaming regions that they would like to increase their patron engagement from and patron origination from. And to give you a small illustrative example, for one of our casino patrons launching later on this year, the Chickasaw Nation, we will be targeting and heavily focused on the northern Texan market, which is one of the most lucrative metropolitan markets for social casino play today.
Simulated gaming, which is what probably gets the most attention. I think it's a concept everybody can understand pretty readily, that you basically replicate the casino, including the loyalty club program and so on online, and then it becomes a turnkey if a jurisdiction decides to legalize for money gaming. So you've had a lot of accelerating amount of success, and maybe you could talk a little bit about some of the enterprises that you've signed on in the past year. You've just mentioned the Chickasaw, for example.
Of course. So we feel like we're missionaries here in the US. We're trying to describe the opportunity for land-based US casinos that have largely declined the opportunity to get involved in the social casino market. Of course, as all rules, there are many large significant exceptions. However, the general statement the US casinos have stayed on the sidelines, I think, is still largely accurate. We went through an inflection point late last year, and that inflection point was principally both the Borgata and Isla Capri engaging GAN in December of last year to launch simulated gaming. Borgata, major brand in the East Coast regional market, the tri-state area, recognized that a minority of their patrons lived in New Jersey, and simulated gaming would be an incredible opportunity to engage with the majority of their patrons who live outside of New Jersey. In addition to that, Isle of Capri, which is a very large operator, I think at that point in time it had 14 casino properties and approximately $1 billion in land-based gaming revenues. When they announced that they were moving online with GAN, I think a lot of people sat up and paid attention to that. Here is a very large Midwestern casino operator with a long and storied history of its own that had chosen GAN for various different particular expertise, not just the technology, but also the marketing capabilities of GAN to help them move online with a product experience that made sense to their patrons and made sense to their brand, Lady Luck, and you can play it today on ladyluck.com. Following that inflection point, we saw a very rapid period of US casinos who'd been engaged with us on and off for an extended period, pecking around the edges of this opportunity, decide to commit. And in fact, we announced this morning, Station Casinos, one of the largest local casino operators here in Nevada with 19 properties, has executed an agreement with GAN, and we expect to launch them early in 2017. That is another example of a major multi-property casino operator deciding that actually, in fact, their patrons do engage heavily online playing multiple social casinos. And if you will, I'll describe it as this. 2/3 of a typical casino patrons are currently very heavily engaged online, playing many social casinos offered by many third parties. They're also spending a significant amount of their disposable income, incremental to their existing spend on property, by buying virtual currency, virtual chips online with third parties. So land-based casinos already have and own inside their patron database some of the highest spending, highest value social casino players that exist in the marketplace. And that is a fact. We've now proven it many, many times. The final piece of the puzzle for a lot of our clients in selecting GAN was the fact that we are B2B only. We won't compete with them. We don't own a major B2C social casino of our own, unlike all the major manufacturers, as you'll be aware. And crucially, we focus on the competitive advantage, the ability to integrate with the loyalty program. GAN's internet gaming system, our core technical asset, the single technology platform that we use to deliver simulated gaming and regulated gaming, is now integrated with all the major manufacturers' casino management systems. So if you're a casino that's been using Scientific Games systems, or IGT systems, or Aristocrat systems, or Konami systems, we have integrated with each individual manufacturer's casino management system. And what that integration permits GAN to do is to place the loyalty program, the all-powerful loyalty program that keeps their patrons coming back on property time and time again. It extends that reach into a social casino product experience that makes complete sense to a casino patron. And as a consequence, you get an extraordinary result. And you're probably aware that 2 to 3% of all social casino players start spending money online. A US casino patron audience, if they sign up online, are monetizing at typically 15 or 16%. That monetization rate will make many people's nose bleeds, but it underscores and underlines the opportunity for US casinos to be major participants in the still growing social casino market.
What will folks see when they stop by your exhibit here at G2E?
We will be demonstrating a lot of the product iterations and product improvements of simulated gaming and regulated real money gaming. So stop by if you want to have a look at the Betfair Casino products, if you want to see the latest iterations of simulated gaming presented under the auspices of the Lady Luck brand for Isla Capri and a number of our other recent client launches. But most intriguing of all is our virtual reality casino gaming application, where if you're brave enough, you can put a headset on your face and you can enter into virtual reality. And inside virtual reality, you can deliver an extraordinary, compelling experience for casino patrons who can play their favorite slots in wildly themed, fantastical environments on vast screens. And it was one of the key things that casino patrons that we met with and showed earlier versions of our prototype. They all said they loved the ability to play their favorite slots on screens bigger than a typical IMAX screen. So we focused on that as the key consumer driver for demand. Now, virtual reality is still very small, Frank, but over time we expect it to be a very major framework for consumers to engage with the internet.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because virtual reality is one of those issues we're touching upon as we talk to the manufacturers. A final question, Dermot. You are a publicly traded company in London. What should investors know about GAN?
I think one of the most exciting parts of the investment thesis in GAN is that we are one of the really misunderstood opportunities to invest in the social casino market through the prism of GAN's provision of these complicated technology services to US casino clients. If you believe US casinos will take a significant proportion of the social casino market here in the United States, GAN is one way to play that investment theory.
Okay, great. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to thank you for your time and invite you all to come and see the virtual reality casino gaming application that we have at our stand.
We will be there.
We're very proud of it.
Thank you,
sir.
Dermot. Very informative.
Good to see you.
Thank you.